Gregory Peck,
Judy Garland,
Bill Powell, and Myrna Loy.
Errol Flynn.
Ford, Hawks.
Fantastic director.
Best role that I ever had. Loved every minute of it.
One day I came home, or where I was staying in London. It was, Bunny Lake was shot on location in London. My wife said, "You've got a phone call from your agent." So I called my agent, and the agent said, "Are you sitting down?" He said, "You've just been offered the lead in Stanley Kubrick's next film." I was bowled over. I was in seventh heaven because I was a real Kubrick fan by this time. He had already done Dr. Strangelove, he had done Lolita, so suddenly this world-class director wants me in his next film. Working with Stanley Kubrick, well, it doesn't get better. He was very quiet, never raised his voice. He also was the most prepared director probably that I had worked with and have ever worked with. If he had been an octopus, he would have been his own cinematographer, his own makeup man, his own costume designer, etc., etc., etc. You know, another remarkable thing about this film is the fact that none of the special effects in the film were computer generated. They were all, one way or another, done physically, sometimes chemically, sometimes with trick cameras, sometimes just plain mechanically. And an example of that would be the scene where Hal won't let me back in the ship, so I have to go to the emergency hatch where I'm blown into an airless room or passage and have to grab a handle and turn on the oxygen and close the doors. It looked like I was floating in space laterally toward the viewer. In actual fact, it was filmed upside down this way, and I had one piano wire attached to a harness to the lower part of my costume, but you couldn't see it because I was between the wire and the camera. And I had to be dropped about 3 stories, only for Stanley Kubrick would I have done it. Fortunately, we got it in one take.
Astronaut Keir journeys through the history of human evolution in director Stanley Kubrick's sci-fi symphony, 2001: A Space Odyssey.